Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today I am coming at you with two Civivis on the table, and you're probably wondering, what is this about? Well, if you know the story behind this Imperium, I probably don't need to explain much more to you, but for those of you that don't, we're going to go into this, and we're going to start with the Imperium. So what we have here is a Civivi Imperium. If you guys have seen any previous videos on my channel, it was a very highly regarded budget knife for me. One of my favorite budget knives of all time. I really liked the fidget factor, I liked the thumb studs, and I liked the front flipper, I liked the ergos, the size, the aesthetics. It was really kind of a home run for me, and it still is, but a while back, I had a very big issue with this knife because this exact knife you can't really buy, because if you look deeper, this is kind of like a chocolate colored writ die that I just put on this, because what this used to be was the JG10 variant of the Imperium. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, or I may have even talked about it on a YouTube video previously, I tried taking this apart because what I wanted to do was put a milled clip on it. I wanted to originally use a black milled clip, writ dyed the scales kind of like a brown G10 to mimic a wood, and then put a black milled clip on it, and really I feel like that would have been like a great looking Imperium. Like I thought I was really gonna love it. So I was really excited to do that. So I went to take my Imperium apart, and there was a really big issue to where the notch that was on this side of the pivot had stripped. So it basically made this side of the pivot free spinning. I had no way of getting it apart. I was having a day that day, you guys. You know, I'm just an average Joe like everybody else. I was having a bad day, and that stripped on me, and I got really mad. So I basically just smashed the knife. I threw it on the ground a couple times, and then I posted a video saying, you know, okay, thanks a lot, Civivi. I'll stick to my Kaiser, so something of that nature. And I didn't even reach out to Civivi. I just threw the knife away in the trash, made the post, and carried on. And I actually broke a rule that I told you guys about a very long time ago on how the fact that when we're talking budget knives, whether it's Civivi, whether it's Kaiser, whether it's QSP, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be Spyderco. Anyone making budget knives or any production knives in general, they're making them in relatively large quantities, especially something like an Imperium. They're making these things by the hundreds, if not thousands. And you gotta be understanding of the fact that there could be an issue. Now, I've had very good experience for the most part with Civivi as well as Kaiser and a lot of the other. I haven't had many real lemons to come by. But in a while back in a video, I said, you know, every once in a while you're gonna have an issue with a knife, even if it's a really good reputable brand that makes the best knives out there. You're gonna have an issue. You got to at least give them a chance to make it right. You got to give them that chance. And I did not give Civivi that chance. I didn't reach out to them. I didn't message them. I threw the knife away, and I was just going to be like done with Civivi for a while, with the exception of, you know, reviewing their knives, because that's what I do on YouTube. That's what has made me whatever I am on YouTube. That's what makes Wayne Sharp World, is knife reviews. So I want to give you guys all the reviews I can. Anyway, I got a message from Civivi randomly out of the blue on Instagram. They apparently saw my post, because I did tag them in it because I was really mad. I wanted them to see it. And they reached out to me and said, hey, we're really sorry that happened. Can we try and make it right? Can we send you another Imperium? And I was like, damn, at that point I kind of felt bad. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can. Kind of sorry I reacted the way I did, even though I was still super mad. They had reached out to me the day that happened. Like later that night, I had the message from them, and I was like, oh, great. This is kind of awkward now. I put myself in this position. And so they said, okay, we're going to send you the Imperium, and then is there any other knife you want to check out? We know you review knives. Do you want to check out any other of our Civivi knives? And I said, yeah, actually, I would really love to check out the Sukoki. I love Ray Laconico, and yeah, this is the one that I plan on getting on the channel regardless, whether Civivi sent it to me or I got it from a retailer I work with, or if I just bought it, because you guys know I basically collect Ray Laconico designs. So this was coming in the collection one way or the other regardless. And they said, yeah, sure, let us know. We'll send you a Sukoki. So they sent me, not only did they send me this Imperium, they also sent me this Sukoki. So first of all, thank you, Civivi. I overreacted a little on my initial issue with the Imperium, and I should have gave them a chance to make it right, regardless of who the manufacturer is. If you guys are going to buy their knives, if you're going to talk about their knives and carry their knives, you do need to give them a chance to make things right. I learned a lesson. and I'm kind of eating my crow here right now. And I wanted to show you guys the end result of what I was finally able to do once they sent me the Imperium, because here it is. It didn't turn out quite the way I was hoping it would, but I still like it. So what I did was I used this chocolate brown RIT dye, which I was hoping would be a little lighter brown. I think that was just user error on my end, to where I put too much of the brown coloring in there. But it still looks like a rich ebony wood, I guess. It doesn't look like wood, but it's kind of like that ebony wood color, to where it's like a really dark brown. So yeah, that's kind of cool. It almost kind of looks a little maroonish, but that's whatever. And then instead of using a black clip, I realized that black just wouldn't look good. I actually put a black clip on. I didn't like how it looked. So I replaced it with the regular milled titanium clip that Civivi offers for kind of alternatives to the bent over clips. And this is what we have here. I do like it. I'm definitely going to hold on to it. If nothing else, I'm going to hold on to this as a reminder of how to act when I get upset and not smash things and not make a big stink about it, because then, Civivi turned around and kind of said, okay, well, we'll treat you the way we should. And they did. They took really good care of me, and I was, I was wrong. They were right. So that's that. That is my Imperium. And yeah, definitely gonna stick around because I do still love the Imperium. There's no other issue with it. The issue of the notch in here stripping out, that really could happen to anyone. It sounds like it's happened to some other people, but I also saw Civivi reaching out to other people that had commented that on my post. So they were really doing some damage control there. They were really taking care of not just me, but everyone. So that was really cool. I really liked the fact that I saw them talking to other people and they didn't just DM me and ignore everybody else. They jumped in the comments and were talking to other people. So that was really cool. That was, I appreciated that just as much as I'm sure the other people that were commenting had those issues did. So that was very impressive. Thank you, Civivi, for that. Thank you for taking care of your customers. And, now I've already given my review of this Sukoki, so I'm not really going to go into too much depth about it. I'm just going to tell you guys, if you want a stinking amazing Ray Laconico design, this is slowly becoming my favorite Ray Laconico budget offering you can get from anywhere. The only real competition is this guy right here, the Kaiser Gemini. I really love the Gemini, but having just the flipper on the Gemini, having the front flipper and the thumb studs on this Sukoke is absolute game changer. The action is incredible. It's reach around approved. You can thumb flick, you can middle finger flick, and the thumb studs are just in the perfect spot. The blade is super slicey, comes down to 13 or 14 thousandths behind the edge, very high, basically a full flat grind, because then it goes into a swedge up here, which will help reduce some drag. You have that nice aggressive tip that is basically running parallel with the pivot. And on the handle, you have contoured micarta, very nice linen micarta too. This is probably the best finish on linen micarta I've ever handled on a budget knife. Every bit as good as Kaiser's that I was raving about in the past. Very, very good linen. And it kind of has that wood grain effect too, based off how the contouring and everything. You kind of see the layers go through. So really, really, really nice offering here from Civivi, and another incredible creation from Ray Laconico. I'm half tempted to try RIT dyeing these scales, but I really kind of like the tannish brown. I really like that. And I like the fact they made that C real neutral, the same as the blade. Yeah, Civivi's really are having a strong year. And so far, it seems like it's going back and forth between, incredible releases from Civivi, incredible releases from Kaiser. I think this year is shaping up to be Haymaker back to Haymaker, from Kaiser to Civivi. It's going to be a really fun year to watch these two go back and forth with their budget offerings, because they really are the best budget offerings in the industry. There's really, I'm trying to think, Vosteed is right up there too. Vosteed just doesn't quite have the reputation yet as Kaiser and Civivi, and they don't have as many models to choose from. That's really the only two differences. But I think it's going to be a huge year for Vosteed, a huge year for Kaiser, and so far, I think it's been turning out to be the best year for Civivi, only because I think they've had a few more releases. There's still a long year to go, and we'll see how things shake out. but this Sokoke is right at the top of my favorite budget knives so far this year. The size, the ergos, the blade, it is a very complete package for 65 bucks. You cannot go wrong with it. Beautiful design from Ray, excellent execution from Civivi. And again, now I have an Imperium back in the collection that I can really enjoy and definitely get some good pocket time. So let me know what you guys think of that. Let me know if Civivi has taken care of you in the past, issues you've had. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.